Kani kadai ka Batisi TV, bat pidang pet ya ka kubor baman kasni, belawan rashapi da ka umrupa, ringkat bat ka orange Nissan, lom sokpo near Fire Brigade Ground, Shillong.
New Nissan Kicks. Bookings open now.
Ngila jios ngau shisien lano bagi kena kelung kiju kai ngut bakla ya kapisa hutia ubudam lani upin bo jan. Bat don ru kitu gi bangut wat yo shnyu hadu banda lang melon hapo kum ka bol. Mentapat sakawai ke jingja ke bakampela kata bakawai ka Longkmie ka paladon san post nem karta bar ka pasah mau prem kala kum ngut yo Brut shoot Bniat kat kum ke jingye tu jong Dr. Isaac's aim badai pej hapo kamera put jong ka civil hospital Shillong la ong ba ya katai ka Longkmie lawan yalam da ka khun he jong ka syakane ke jaka sumar ban pha sai yo tai Brut shoot Bniat kum tahadin baladep x-ray bat pentikna u Dr. Isaac rengkat bat meban dhar kila ya chakmat da ka bapenon kam da ka endoscopy rengkat ba kitiar ban klau ban wo ban sei yo te Brut shoot Bniat shabar kabas ngolungo kalong kumno bakat karang ba brio ba biang ka bor perkhat perdan kandang bakla kum tei kataru ba Brut shoot Bniat umdei ubarit kum ka pisa kutia budam lane kum upin bo jan
deha ka arsan terik ba kanika nongpang ka ba kanika kantei brio Kebelarang ba pembahasan post nama she was brought by her daughter that she had a history that she had swallowed a toothbrush a few days back, one day back or something like that. She had swallowed the whole toothbrush. So she came to me, then she came with a few x-rays which some other doctor had seen, and then the x-ray didn't show anything. Then again I asked the daughter that are you sure that she had swallowed, because the patient is very normal. Then I asked her if maybe she had a psychiatric problem also, because some people have the tendency, the psychiatric problem have tendency of putting everything into the mouth, but she had no history. She's a complete normal person. So I told her, okay, since she's not having any complaints or anything, I shall not give you any medicine. But come on the 28th, that is Monday, which is my OT day. I shall do an endoscopy, and maybe if I see anything, I shall try to take it out. So she came here at around 11 o'clock when the OT was open. So we called her into this endoscopy room, made her lie down. Then we already briefed her about the procedure, that it will take some time. And then we didn't, she was a very cooperative lady. So we didn't need to give any anesthesia also, except for some spray which is a local anesthesia. So we sprayed into, we can show you the spray. We took a spray. Yeah. This was the spray we had sprayed into the mouth only. It's a local anesthesia into the mouth so that she feel a little numb. So we sprayed this, then we put this endoscopy. This is an upper GI we call, which is only in the upper part. Upper part of the means from the mouth up to the duodenum, means up to the intestine. Beyond the stomach is intestine, up to the D2 we call, the duodenum, it goes where we can visualize. So the moment I put in the scope, so we passed through the esophagus, there was nothing. Then we entered the stomach, which you can still going on. So we were also shocked. But then we were happy that even the patient could see it live, we were doing, and then she was happy that the toothbrush was inside, the whole toothbrush, the red toothbrush written with Oral-B on it. Then so we tried fishing it out. So it took a little time because the end of the toothbrush was towards us, towards the mouth. So it was a thick one, and most of our forceps, means the material where we have to fish it out, is very thin and small. So the only thing we could try is to hold the brush part. The brush was down. So we took the forceps. It's like a crocodile, no? It's got some tooth on it, some teeth on it. So we held the brush part. So because we hold the brush part, we can pull it out. Okay, so we try to invert it so that it comes towards us, the brush part. But then the toothbrush is very stiff, and it is narrow inside also. So we couldn't turn it, turn it up. Then we tried several times. No, it failed. Then we put a basket. It's called a basket. Okay, basket is most of the time you can easily retrieve stones or bigger things, round things or little smaller things also. By a basket we can retrieve anything. So we tried the basket, trying to go down through the brush end and try to come up. But then every time it slipped with the basket. We call it a basket. So that also failed. Then finally my assistant, he said, "Sir, we have one more. It's called a snare. This normally we do for any polyp type of soft polyp, where we try to excise. Doing endoscopically, we excise. It's a snare mostly for polyps. Okay, for biopsy and all, we take this. So we tried that, tried, and then finally we were able to go into the brush end and then slowly slide it up, coming towards the handle part of the toothbrush, where it's little thick and big and slippery. So then we got to the end part of it. Then I told him, don't remove. This is, I think we have almost accomplished it. Yes, I mean, we were feeling good also. And then somehow we tried, we kept on nudging it, because while coming up from the stomach, we reached the esophagus. There's a junction called gastroesophageal junction. So there the junction again is narrow. So every time we pull, it's coming, crossing it. When it's not coming out, but it's getting stuck there, like becoming flat and stuck there. So again I had to put it in 2-3 times, and then finally it got dislodged from the stomach and came into the esophagus. Then my procedure was almost over. Then we just had to pull slowly. We told the patient to breathe in, breathe out, just relax. It's almost coming out. Then we finally took it out through the mouth. So that was the
condition in the patient.
She was okay. No, she never came back to me, and I told her just to wait for half an hour or so, just be in the recovery. Maybe you might vomit and all. I told the doctor, you can now get some drinks to let her take, since she was empty stomach since morning. Then she was fine. She was released from here after half an hour or so. And this was done on a daycare. There was no admission. The patient came walking in from home. We did the procedure, and then she went back home. Was the same, just after the procedure.
How is it possible?
Yeah, that is quite surprising also. That is why it is rare. We get normally children with coins, pins, and screws and bolts and all that. It's quite common. But for a toothbrush, it's the most rare. I think in Meghalaya it could be the first case. Yeah. See this. Suppose beyond the stomach you reach there's a small ring called the pylorus. So, and then it enters to the intestine called the duodenum. So maybe the brush end or any part of it can go and then get stuck there. Then whatever she eats, the stomach will get full. Then she'll repeatedly come vomiting, and maybe she'll get stomach pain and all that. And if it doesn't go and get stuck there, then she might get infection later on, because it's a foreign body into her stomach. It's something different. So that is the thing. So most probably, if it gets stuck, then the food doesn't go anymore. Then maybe that time she might need a surgery also, if it's too late, because it'll be all mucked up inside, dirty and mucked up. Maybe sometimes you might not see also. All food debris will be accumulated into, and once food debris for a few days, it becomes fermented, and you might get even ulcers might form into the stomach. Yeah.